Why are certain behaviors allowed on YouTube? The ones, I don't mean negative talk. I don't mean people disagreeing. I don't mean people arguing. I don't mean people cursing. I don't even mean bullying necessarily, because then that's subjective when it comes to free speech, etc. I am referring to threats, elaborate, detailed, repetitive threats from the same YouTube accounts. Why is that allowed? I mean, there's only so much a person can do after they file police reports on certain accounts on YouTube who keep leaving detailed comments about how, when, and where they're going to kill somebody and slandering somebody, defaming their character. That is beyond bullying, especially when it is done daily, especially when the stalking is so intense that they even go onto other family members' accounts and do this. Why is their YouTube channel not removed? Why is there not some sort of moderate, or what's the word I'm looking for? Some sort of, not like a police force, but kind of like a police force online to moderate this sort of behavior, to track the IP address, to figure out who keeps sending death threats. Why is this allowed? Our country likes to act like they're so big on mental health when really they just throw pills at people. That's the approach. But if they're really big on mental health, why is it okay? Why is this allowed? You know, YouTube has this report. There's an option where you can click report for bullying, harassing, and it doesn't solve anything. Like, it'll remove a comment, but you can't even fully block people off of your channel. The most you can do is hide yourself from being able to see their comments. And I get, like, people might say, well, if you're on a public platform, then you should expect that. No. Stalking and elaborate death threats is not even comparable. And I want to know, the person, Tony Baisley, who has the follow.me.you.won't.be sorry YouTube channel, he is threatening my children, talking about my children burning in a fire, threatening me, knowing my exact address. He knows my address, and he's talking about some people on motorcycles who are going to run me over. It may sound like a joke to you, but I get these detailed messages daily, and this person has new information on me daily, and his YouTube channel has never been taken down. He's never gotten any sort of repercussion from YouTube. I want to know what people behind YouTube are okay with this. I want to know what kind of people behind YouTube are getting these alerts on these comments that he's leaving daily and not doing anything about it. You know, to y'all, YouTube, whatever your title is, the people who are behind YouTube, to y'all, we may just be a number. We may just be silly people who want attention and we put ourselves out there. But we are individual humans with emotions. We're not robots. You know, beyond the computer dimensions, we are real human beings with real lives that can very well get jeopardized by psychopaths who, you know, and I look at every situation differently. Yes, a lot of times bullying it's usually, most of the time, all talk when it comes to the internet. But when people are finding out your address and they're daily stalking into your lives, your children's lives, your husband's life, and telling you in detail how they are going to kill you, and all you can do is file a police report. You go to YouTube and you click you find out how you can contact YouTube, and the most absolute way you can contact them is by some generated email system, and it's always somebody named like Hazel or Autumn who responds, and it doesn't even half the time make sense because you can tell that it's automated. And then they continue to allow these people's YouTube channels to be up despite their channels being nothing but harassment. Literally, that's all they are for. Why is that allowed? Because in the real world, if this was going on, if somebody was making these threats in a public place, they would be arrested. They would be in trouble, especially if it was being done daily. The internet is no different than a public place. It's a public platform. The only difference is that our physical selves are not there. But everything else is still there. We're still real people. Somebody is behind these words being typed. Somebody's behind all of the knowledge of how they're going to kill somebody, the address they found out. You know, there's no difference. So why there's not some sort of legal something in place on YouTube and any other public platform where that kind of because the police can only do so much. They are not what is it called? I know that there are actual investigators who are only specific to internet stuff. I don't know the exact title, but those people, why is there not something like that already in place, though, on the internet? So you're not just clicking like, report this for harassment, and YouTube does nothing about it. They do nothing about it. They demonetize and give strikes and things like that when it comes to money stuff. Like, oh, well, this person did copyright infringement, I'm going to ban their channel. They'll do stuff like that. But when it comes to real life threats like this, they couldn't care less, because I guess it doesn't affect money. I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with money, so who cares? But no, it is real. And I've let it go now for months, but it's just getting worse every day. This one person, Tony Baisley, it is getting out of control. Okay, now this person is getting out of control. And it's causes emotional, you know, I'll go a month without uploading. You know, I'm not one of these people who like puts myself out there all day, every day. I go a long time without uploading, but this person stalks in every way you could imagine, and they go to all my old videos, and they also do this to another woman. This person only does it to women. But, and their channel there's been no repercussion on their channel. Now, if this was going on in any public place, they would be kicked out of the building. If they kept going to that building and harassing people and threatening them, they'd be kicked out. If this person was in a school doing it, they'd be kicked out. If they were in their office, in a workplace and doing it, they would get fired. If they were doing it on a bus, they'd get kicked off the bus. How come this person on YouTube and other people like this, I'm sure I'm not the only one, on YouTube gets away with it? Like, why? Well, go to the police. Well, I have, and YouTube's doing absolutely nothing at all. You know, this person wouldn't be able to do this if it were not for their platform. I'm not going to get rid of my channel because I have videos that go all the way back to, like I want to say 2006, from baby videos. Like, it is a baby book for me. I did not start YouTube to be a partner or to make money. I don't care about that. I never have. I did it as a baby book for my kids to vent on, to sing on. So I'm not going to get rid of my channel for that. I've done nothing to, you know, I don't antagonize anybody. I try to just spread love, and I'm a human, so, you know, sometimes I'm going to have my own opinions, but I never, ever am violent toward anybody, threatening, harm. I've done nothing, in other words, to deserve this. There's just a very obviously mental person on this planet who really doesn't like me, and that's their right, but they have resorted in the last, I want to say 5-6 months to threatening me. Now this person has my address, and it's all visible on YouTube. When these comments are reported, they're seeing whoever's getting alerted of these comments on YouTube, whoever's in charge of this stuff, they're seeing what's being written to me. They're seeing the frequency of it. They're seeing that this person is not joking. So why then does this person's channel remain up? Why is this person still getting away with this? We're just a number. We're not individuals with real lives. And it's just getting to a point where I don't even know what to do. I don't know what to do. And it causes emotional distress. And then that's, like I said, somebody might be like, well, get off YouTube. No, I'm not going to get rid of the videos that mean a lot to me. And even if I privatize them, it makes no difference. This person is still harassing me. This person is still going to my Google Plus account, which is tied into my YouTube, and they are still harassing me, and Google/YouTube is doing nothing about it. You know, if there was if a person at a place of a business is being harassing toward customers, the business owner will get rid of that customer, or they will punish the business owner will get rid of that worker, or they will punish the worker. They won't sit there and just keep allowing the worker to work at their business. And that's what I feel like YouTube is doing by allowing these people who are on their platform, like this Tony Baisley person. They are condoning that. They are not condoning, but they are accepting that behavior by not getting him out of their business, by not giving him any sort of punishment. I see strikes and bans left and right for copyright stuff, but I never see it for this sort of thing. They don't take it seriously. There needs to be this is the real world. The internet world is the real world. We are people. In fact, I see people being more open, more honest, more communicative, more vulnerable, and more transparent online half the time than they are in person. It is very much a real world. People tend to, the ugliness of people tends to really come out more online than ever in person. So I don't see why, like I said, daily detailed threats with a person's address, when it's already been reported to police, can keep happening on YouTube from the same channel after being reported daily. Think what you want. If you were in my position, you would be feeling the same way I do if you had any self-respect and any care at all for your family. So if you have any advice, that would be great. And YouTube, I don't understand y'all. I really don't. And I think that eventually this will all evolve. I think YouTube will evolve in terms of what's allowed and not allowed, and what I'm not talking about like free speech being banned or anything. I'm just talking about threats. Threats, detailed threats on a daily basis that's not free speech, that's harassment.